Welcome back to the channel. You may have found yourself in this situation where you've repaired a hole in the vinyl and therefore stitching is missing. And in addition to that, there is other contrast stitching where you need to blend the color. What would be the best approach to that? Well, I've set up the camera looking over my shoulder. Unfortunately, my shoulder is blocking the view much of the time, but let's see if we can demonstrate enough of this. It's fairly simple and straightforward, so here we go. Now the whole panel has already been cleaned, but I'm going to give it one more cleaning and prepping with acetone right over the stitching. Then I'm going to take the clear base and a paintbrush, and we're going to saturate the thread with the clear base. The idea here is that if any of our black color gets to where the thread is, it won't penetrate the thread, it'll be sitting on the clear and we can simply wipe it off. Then you can use your hair dryer or heat gun to make sure that this clear coating is totally dry. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the white thread as for this blue and red thread. Then I'm just picking the appropriate size of masking tape, and what you'll find is that having put the clear on there, this masking tape really sticks now. And sometimes you'll find adhesion of the tape is the biggest problem. So now we're ready to spray blend our color over the repair and over the rest of the panel. And because this is the panel that receives most of the abuse, it does need some color blended on up the bolster a ways. In any situation like this, you want to take pains not to paint too wet. In other words, we don't want paint to be flowing under the edge of the masking tape. And there really is no need for that if you're spraying properly in the first place, but give it a little extra attention here. In other words, spray dry right up to the edge of the tape. And then if you need more paint away from the tape, you can feel free to do that. But as you approach the edge of the tape, it's always spraying dry that's important. So here we've got a couple of different coats on here. Light coats is better, and drying between coats, that gets the job done. We won't have any bleed under the tape. In fact, in some critical applications, I'll practice spraying right up until the overspray just starts to show on the tape, and that's as far as I go. And this already looks so much better than painting all the stitching black. Now we've got some stitching missing here, of course, where we did the repair. And we cannot put new thread through the vinyl repair compound without making a mess of it. So what I've decided to do here is make this white stitching, or actually it's a light gray. I made up this color, and I'm using a very small detail brush and just painting my stitching in by hand. So let's see if we can get away with the illusion of having stitched it. The trick is to use your left hand to anchor and steady the brush. Unless, of course, you happen to be left-handed. And don't worry, I don't have any specific artistic abilities, so if I can do this, then you certainly can. And if you mess up, well, you can clean it right off and start over. Easy as that. So now you can say you had a close brush with a repair technician. Whew! Now here I'm just going upwards to blend that color onto the existing threads a little bit, just for some continuity. There's a spot I overlooked right here when I painted the black, so I'll just touch it up with a brush as well. Now we're going to put our clear coat. So as very typical, the clear in this case is a satin clear. We've added crosslinker to it for strength. We've added some slip additive to it, especially being on this bolster where you want to slide in and out. So this clear is what's going to protect all of that painted stitching that we put on there. It will be embedded under the clear, and so there's no chance of people wearing the white stitch marks away. And as always, use a hairdryer or a heat gun to set this clear coating. That, along with the crosslinker, will ensure the durability of it. And there you go. That was rather fun to do. And you don't have to be that guy that covers over the contrast stitching. And to finish this video up, I went to the refrigerator to get some bacon, and I saw some feta cheese and thought, boy, those flavors would go well together. So here is a fried egg with feta cheese and bacon on tandoori bread for breakfast. Put that together with some coffee, and I'm telling you, you are in for a tasty treat. Thanks for watching.